What's up, everybody? It's been a hot minute since we made a video. We moved, as you can see behind me, did a little bit of a garage upgrade. Today though, we're going to be doing the battery in my Silverado. It's a pretty simple process. You don't need many tools. We're going to go over that and walk you through it. Alright, so first you're going to need to get a battery. For the 2014 to 2018 or 19-ish Silverados, H7 is the correct group size. I went with the EverStart, which is a Walmart brand. You can obviously go with whoever you want. I did that because of warranty and just the fact that there's Walmarts everywhere. You're not going to need much. I have a ratchet, a couple extensions, a 10mm socket, a 13mm socket, and some gloves just to keep your hands from touching stuff you don't want. So first thing, all you got to do is reach under here, pop your hood. Once you get up to your hood, you're going to pull up. In the middle, there's going to be a latch. Slide that over. Hood's going to be open. The battery's going to be on the passenger side here in the back. First thing you need to do is remove this crossbar. It's blocking your battery. You're going to be using your 13mm. Alright, so we first removed this bolt here and this bolt here. But if you look, there's a downward brace, and then there's a third bolt which is going to be down right around here, and then that's going to come out, and then the whole piece will come right out. So next you need to remove this cap. So just by giving a little tug, cover should come off. So before we mess with this side, we're going to get rid of the ground wire. So using your 10mm, we're going to go back here and we're going to loosen the bolt here and pull that out. Move that out of the way. So in order to remove this, you're going to need to take your 13mm and take this bolt out, and also disconnect this electrical connector here. So let's get those out of the way real quick. First, I want to actually disconnect the power just for safety. So that guy should loosen up like that and should just pull away. And now you can lift this guy up and off. Make sure you're not touching anything. And then push down on that clip. It pulls right out. So now with these all disconnected, you should be able to just give a little tug on this cover. There's some clips on both sides. And now this should move out of the way. And there's your battery. So the last thing that you need to do, if you look on the side here, there's a bolt for the tie down for the battery. So you're going to loosen that guy up. So here's your hold down wedge. So once that's out, your battery should be free. The trick that I found with these Silverados, and I did my parents' GMC, is you actually tip the battery on its side to get it out. So tip it like that, and then a little bit of convincing should be able to get it come out. Alright, so now you can see the battery tray is out. I kind of cleaned the leaves. There's one left here. Seems like there's a little bit of water that's collecting in mine, so If you have leaves or anything, I would definitely clean them out. And then you can see the original battery compared to the old one. Usually I just double check positive, positive, negative, negative. So we can pop these covers off on mine. Obviously the size seems the same, so we're gonna put it in and basically repeat everything in reverse order. So obviously be careful of all the components, but battery should slide in on its side again. Once it's in like that, we're going to tip it back up. Alright, you can see here, it's in the tray. We need to put the wedge back in. So we're going to take that again. This is using a 13 mil. Get that lined up and tightened. And then obviously get it snug. I'm sure there's a torque spec for it, but we're going to go off the German system here, and that is good and tight. So once it's in, check your battery. Shouldn't move. If it moves here, you probably got the wrong size or it's not in correctly. Again, I'm using an H7 or a 94 size battery here. All right, again in reverse order, we're going to put this piece back on. Should just clip basically to the top of the battery, and just like the previous step, just make sure it's clipped in there, not going anywhere, so we're good there. So for this electrical connector, just plugs right in. Line it up here, snaps in, make sure we're good. This cable here, and push it on in. Make sure that's seated, and then we have our brass nut. This is a 13 mil. Get that situated. All right, so this is tight, this is good, this is clipped on. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the negative battery post back on. So we're gonna feed that guy on. You can see how it sits, and then give that a snug. All right, so we got the ground cable tight. Again, I like to just kind of wiggle, make sure everything looks good. Next, and the most, I guess maybe dangerous portion is getting the ground or the power cable back on. What you want to do when you do this is do it in one quick motion. So once you go on that terminal, just push down, keep it there, and then tighten it. So we're on, hand snug, and then again with the 10 mil, we're gonna get that tightened up here. All right, last step, obviously make sure that this is not loose. Your tray's snapped in, 13 mil here is tight, electrical connector there, and your ground cable's there. If that's all good, then you're at a step where you can stick this cover back on. It's just like when you removed it, should just pop on, just like that. If it doesn't, there might be something wrong, so I would definitely recommend checking into it. Last but not least is getting the support bar back in. So we're gonna get that up here. Alright, so remember there's a bolt here, one on the bottom. If you have trouble getting the bar in, you could loosen this here. It's also a 13 mil. So now I have it loosely in place. So we're gonna tighten the bottom one first. We're gonna get this one next, this one last, and finally this one. Alright, so that's all tight. This is all good to go. All that we got to do next is go in the truck, see how she starts. All right, so lately I've been getting a battery message, and it's been taking a couple extra cranks, so let's see how she does. Fortunately, I lost all my radio presets, which isn't that big of a deal, but You can see the truck started quickly. It's winter's coming here in Chicagoland, so we should be good to go for quite a while now. So if you got any questions, make sure to ask in the comments, and good luck. And if you don't feel comfortable, obviously go to a shop and they should be able to take care of you. Thanks.